So I'm not sure if you guys can see me, but because I had to do this thing like this, but got Russell here with me.
Hey guys.
And you probably can't see his head either, so it'll be hilarious.
Yeah,
he just gotta like duck down. There should be a way. I'll figure it out later. But here's the point. Russell's here because today we're doing a mastermind, and I feel weird because I'm like, hey,
We need a bench or something to sit on.
yeah. So, whatever.
We'll figure it out.
And so here's a point when it comes to doing a mastermind. I mean, it's one of the most valuable things you can do in a business. It's when you get together with a bunch of people who are focused, smart, thinking about what they do in their business, and everyone shares ideas. Everyone's paid a significant amount. People paid us a significant amount to be here, right? And they're here to improve their business. Now, here's what I want, at least from my standpoint. Russell can share whatever he wants to. But from my standpoint, what I realize is when I speak to a lot of people that are trying to be successful, right? And I ask them questions like, this is a business of marketing. You get that. They go, yeah. Well, what marketing have you studied? And they have no answer. So that's like strike number one. And then I'm like, well, what events have you been to? And they're like, I haven't. If you never study marketing and you never get to events, you absolutely never get the opportunity to be a part of a mastermind like what we're doing here. And when I go back and I look at my own like path to success, every single thing I did, in other words, every time I had like, let's call it like a breakthrough, it came absolutely directly in correlation and as a result of some conversation I had or some interaction I had with another great marketer at an event, in a mastermind. These things are the things that make the difference. So you got to ask yourself, are you focusing on the right thing? So I don't know if I'll get to do this again, but I wanted to bring him here, put him on the screen for you guys, because we got a couple days where we got to focus in. So
It's gonna be fun. And what's interesting, we actually met at
you can actually sit down and do it like I do it.
I sit down.
Yeah.
I gave Daegan Smith today. No, Daegan and I actually met at an event here in DC, right? Wasn't Yonex Underground too?
Yeah, it's just a couple blocks away from here.
Yeah, a couple blocks away, and went to dinner, and we were hanging out, and he was like, hey man, I'm a wrestler, and we hit it off, and that was probably what?
2006.
It's been a long time.
8 years.
8 years, and we've known each other since then, and we're doing stuff together, but yeah, we meet at events. That's where you get to know people. But it's interesting. When I first got in this business, I think a lot of people, I didn't understand like the studying of marketing either. I was trying to hustle and sell stuff. I think I got the selling part, which was good, but I understand the marketing. And I was selling stuff on eBay. I was hustling, making money here and there. And then I remember one day in my front yard, we had I just bought in this duplex, my wife and I, and one day I walked out in the front yard and the entire lawn was flooded, and I was like, oh crap. And so I called the city, and they came out, and they're like, oh yeah, your pipe's broken, but it's on this side of the water meter, therefore it's your fault, you got to deal with it. I'm like, I don't even know what that means. And so they turned the water off, and I basically got a shovel, and I started digging, and I literally dug the entire day trying to find where in the world this pipe and the hole in the pipe was. And before I started digging, I was trying to find something to do for the 10 hours I was going to dig, and somebody had sent me this Dan Kennedy course, and I had tried listening one time, but it kind of bored me. And I was like, well, I got nothing else to listen to. So I put in the CD and I started digging. And I literally, for the next 10 hours, listened to the entire Dan Kennedy CDs. And it was the first time that I ever like actually studied or learned or like started thinking about marketing. I always thought about like how do I hustle and sell some stuff, but this was like opened my whole eyes to this marketing thing. And that's when I became obsessed with it. And if you ever come to my office, you've seen like my office is wrapped in every course known to man. Yeah, he's got all the Kennedy stuff right here. And after listening to that course, I remember in there he was talking about in their business how they take a customer and they try to send them up through different levels. And they said their top level was their platinum mastermind group. And I was like, man, I want to do that. Like I don't want to go through all the levels. I just want to go to the top one. And so I called their company up and I was like, hey, I want to get in the mastermind program. And they're like, well, there's like a 3-year waiting list and all this stuff. But if you want, you can apply and we'll get back to you. And so I applied and didn't hear anything. So I called them again, like, hey, did you get my application? Like, yeah, we got it. I'm like, so am I in? They're like, no, man, we're like 3 or 4 years out to get in. And I just kept bugging them, and I found somebody I knew who worked with them. I had them call, and I was relentless. Like I wanted to be in that mastermind group so bad. And so finally, I got a call one day. They're like, hey, man, we're sick of you calling us. You're in. Congratulations. And they sent me a bill, and I had no idea what it cost to be in the mastermind. The bill was $25,000, and I remember getting it and almost choked. And I was just like, crap, my wife's going to kill me, first off. Second off, like, I can't not pay it now. Like, I just
Yeah,
begged these guys to get in.
Them, yeah.
And so I figured out a way to hustle and figure out how to get 25 grand. I think I put on a payment plan, so it was like $2,000 a month, which was more than I was even making, and got in that group. And within 2 years of being in that group, actually within 3 years of being in that group, our company did $8.9 million in a year, which was awesome. So that's the power of, first off, studying the marketing. Second off, getting to like mastermind groups and being around people that are better and smarter than you are. So helped me a lot.
Yeah, so marketing.
Study it.